Good afternoon. Welcome to Advisory Live. We're powered by Nasdaq IR Insight. I'm your host, Will Briganti, here at the Nasdaq market site in Times Square. Joining me as my guest from Nasdaq's London office is an advisory analyst, Geoffrey de la Meselier. Geoffrey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so today we're going to talk about the election that took place in Italy. So give our audience a quick rundown on what happened on Sunday in terms of the results.
Well, there was no outright winner in the vote, which ended in a hung parliament. The most votes went to the anti-establishment party, the Five Star Movement, led by Luigi Di Maio. However, the most seats went to the rightish alliance, including the Anti-Immigration League, as well as Forza Italia, the party of Silvio Berlusconi. Meanwhile, the center-left coalition, led by outgoing Prime Minister Matteo Renzi, was defeated and came third. So overall, the electoral result does not appear to be good news for the EU, with the possibility of power passing to a more Eurosceptic coalition, which could raise uncertainty around future domestic economic policy.
Sure.
And as such, investors fear that Rome may now not proceed on market-friendly reforms initiated by Matteo Renzi.
Right, of course. So let's dig in a little bit in terms of how the Italian market reacted and how has the Italian market performed this week?
Well, Italy's main stock index on Monday, the FTSE MIB lost 0.4%, while the broader FTSE Italia all shares slipped only by 0.3%. However, this is significantly below the 1% gain overall recorded by the Euro Stoxx 600. Looking at a sector level, banking stock were the hardest hit and suffered their biggest one-day loss in more than a year. BPR Banca and Banco BPM dropped 7.6% and 6.1% respectively, followed by UB Banca down 3.8%. Finally, the heavyweights, UniCredit and Intesa San Paolo, closed 3.4% and 1.4% lower.
Right. My final question for you today, Geoffrey, is if you and the team have seen any trends in terms of local or foreign ownership across the Nasdaq Italian client base?
Yes, well, looking at the key movements across the Nasdaq Italian client base over the past 6 months leading to the general election, we observed growth in oriented investors increasing their exposure. In fact, they're making like 40% of the buying activity. The largest buyers were British firms, Schroeder and Standard Life. Continental European investors were also seen buying, notably Amundi Asset Management, which last year acquired Pioneer Investment from UniCredit. In terms of selling, US firms led the way, representing overall over a third of divestment, notably Wellington, Thornburg, as well as Franklin Mutual Advisors. Finally, in terms of domestic ownership, it's more of a mixed bag. On Italian investors remain pretty stable overall.
Right. Terrific. Well, thank you so much, Geoffrey. I really appreciate that insight into what happened this week in Italy.
Thank you very much, Will.
Thank you for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Geoffrey de la Meselier. He's an advisory analyst with Nasdaq Corporate Solutions in Nasdaq's London office, joining us today live on Advisory Live. Thank you so much for joining us, Geoffrey. We look forward to having you back.
Thank you.